So we're going to write out an equation as the instructions come with a is equal to, okay, between these expressions. And just going to start to rewrite it as 5n plus 7/8 minus 11n, the quantity 11n plus 1/4 equals negative 6n plus x. Notice I dropped the parentheses in the first set of numbers. The only reason is because there's no use for those parentheses, but we do have a use for the second set. As you can see, I'm highlighting. There's a negative sign in front of that expression. And that changes things because what it does is changes the signs inside of the parentheses. So instead of positive 11n, we're going to use that negative sign to change the sign. It's just like multiplying everything by -1. That's really the effect. I'm highlighting that negative sign right there again. It's the same as multiplying everything inside the parentheses by -1. All right, so now I'm going to have a -1/4, and it's still all equal to negative 6n plus x. Okay, so anytime there's like terms, which we have, we need to simplify. And so looking at 5n and negative 11n, that's going to simplify down to negative 6n, right? Over here we have fractions that are both constants, but they don't have a common denominator. So it's sort of like terms. You almost have to consider the denominators kind of like terms because they need to be the same. And how do I change this negative 1/4 into a fraction to go with 7/8? Well, how about negative 2/8? All right, consider negative 2/8. That's the same value, okay, as negative 1/4. So if I do the math between 7/8 and negative 2/8, that's going to be 5/8. So I'm left with 5/8 there. Still have the 6n plus x over there. All right, that's negative 6n, of course. And now, what do I notice about the values on these sides? I'm trying to find the value of x, right? Determine the value of x. Well, I got negative 6n on one side. I have negative 6n on the other side. And that means with only 5/8 left, positive 5/8, that has to be what the value of x is going to be. All right, so x equals 5/8.